Good afternoon, everyone, and happy July 4th if you're here in the United States. All right, let's see who is here today. I see let me scroll up. See a Zujo, Duncan Yo-Yo, Kangpa84, It's Stormy, Lala Island. Let's see who else is here. Cool. Well, thanks guys for joining in. Let's see. Let us start off with some music. And of course, the most important question of the day, what is Merlin drinking? Here we go. Today, just drinking one of my favorite teas, Honest Organic Honey Green Tea. Check it out, guys. This is probably one of my favorite drinks that I grab at my grocery store. The same grocery store which I pick up foam. So it's a little bit upsetting because I went over just to grab this and I didn't realize that I'm also out of foam. So I was like, shoots, totally forgot to buy foam. So during today's build, I think I might just use really thin drawer liner, but we'll see. Let's see. All right. So if this is your first time here, I build keyboards. Surprise, surprise. Like a majority of other keyboard streamers there, I build keyboards from the hardware, but the difference is I also do a lot of the software behind all the keyboards. Saturdays are build streams in which I build keyboards for myself, like today's stream is, or I do a customer build, like the board that you're looking right here. This is the KBD Fans KBD 8X Mark II, which I built last week for a customer. Make sure you check out that VOD if you want to see how it all came together. This is unlike any KBD 8X that you'll see out there, because this is a Cerakoted version. Cerakoted locally, actually. Cerakoted here in Washington at your local gun store. People have been asking me on YouTube, what color is that? I actually don't know. It looks very gray to me. It was not meant to match anything that KBD Fans had, to be honest. It was just what they had there at the store. Saved by Cerakote. Yeah, I know, right? So today is the last day that I keep this board on me. I need to return this to the customer. Customer hasn't actually told me where and when to meet him, so hopefully he'll let me know by the end of the day. We'll see. Alright, today's build, as you can see by the stream title, is the IDOBAO ID80. And it came to me like this, pretty much. It was wrapped in a little DHL plastic sleeve, but other than that, this is how it came. Comes with your USB-C cable, some PCB mount stabs, which I will not be using. Well, I might be using one of them, which we'll talk about later. Came with a random keycap. Oop, light's too bright actually, let me lower that. There we go. Random keycap and 4 random Kale black switches, which is really weird. I don't know what the purpose of this was. Yeah, we'll see. Are those from Drop? No, these are not from Drop. This one I got straight from AliExpress. And for some reason, they sent me additional Hotswap sockets, which is weird. Because usually, if a Hotswap socket breaks on the board, it takes like the pad along with it. So even if you did have extra Hotswap sockets, you really wouldn't be able to use them very well. Let's say, Steelwind, thanks for joining in. There you go. This is the PCB, the ID80 PCB. See all those Hotswap sockets and that RGB underglow. It's got a reset button right there. Microcontrollers down here at the bottom. And if you flip it to the top side, you'll see that there are also LED positions here. If this PCB is looking very familiar to you, it's because this is the same PCB that goes into the Polaris 75, which is also an E7V1 copy. So if you have an E7V1, this PCB might fit. The only gotcha, I think, is that the E7V1 still uses a mini USB, whereas this one uses a USB-C port. But everything else seems to match up with the E7V1. Let's see what else. What else? Let's take a look at what the actual board looks like. Have I seen the U80A unboxing? No, I have not, but I've seen screenshots of it. And here is the ID80, guys. This is in gray. This is probably the lightest 75% I have ever purchased. Probably the lightest 75 that I know of in existence. It's lighter than the KBD75. It's lighter than the XD84. It's lighter than any of the WKL boards as well. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Yeah. Some quick features about the board. It is an integrated plate, as you can see here. This plate is not removable at all. It's got exploded away arrow keys, also a navigation key and an F13 key, which I'm starting to see on a lot of keyboards these days. I don't know, what could people use the F13 key for? Maybe just like a added macro, or maybe it's an artisan key. Who knows? Alright, let's put that all away. Since this is a Hotswap board, no soldering, so I don't have to turn on my fume extractor at all. There we go. So I actually tested this PCB on stream, so there is no need to do that again. I doubt it would just break overnight just like that, but who knows, right? I've seen it happen, unfortunately. Alright, first things first, we need to put stabilizers on. Let's see, H-Waste and Nate Dunn just followed. Thanks, man. Thank you for joining in. Alright. Like I said earlier, I will not be using the included PCB stabilizer, the PCB mounted stabilizers. Instead, I will be using, where'd I put them? C3s. They began shipping on Monday for the U80. Pretty awesome. Alright, let's see. What are we gonna do here? We are gonna start with lubing. So I guess I can put the PCB away first. You guys remember on Thursday, I actually tried to test whether or not the round 2 C3 still worked with ePBT. My testing was inconclusive, unfortunately. And I don't know why. I've got my theories, but couldn't really say for sure or not if they worked. Here we go. The ID80 has the backspace, the enter key, and the left shift, and the spacebar. So 4 sets of stabs. Perfect. We can do that. Backspace, enter key, left shift. See, Kankpa says those LEDs are good for something. It's funny because if you guys saw the board, there is no acrylic layer, nor is there like a top piece that allows the LEDs to be seen. So it's weird. It's very weird. Let's see, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Zoo HMB has followed along with Flaming Chicken. Thanks, guys. I like to lube my stabilizers with 205G0 along with dielectric grease on the actual metal bits. Let's see, let's just lightly lube these. But can you turn the lighting off? Yes, you can absolutely turn the lighting off. You don't need to use them. And especially since the board is already in VIA, that is very easy to do. Is that a new color of C3 stab? Looks like beige in color. This is the cream one, actually. This looks beige to you. You may need to, you know, adjust the colors on your monitor. Thing about the C3 stabs is that they are a solid color, so you can't actually see how you spread all your lube around, unlike the Durock stabs. So I think for future builds I may still use Durock. Durock, Everglide, take your pick. Wormboy says sup. Well, what's up to you too? I am beginning my build of the ID80. This should actually be a shorter stream than usual since I have no soldering to do. It's just putting stuff into a Hotswap PCB. Did you manage to find the ID80 in Nvidia? It doesn't show up for me. It shows up for me. I think I tested it on Thursday night, actually. Worm says, just bought a new key. Which one did you buy? Warmier. Ah, very nice. It was probably like the most popular entry-level board. It's better than a lot of like sub $100 boards too. I've low-key wanted one myself. What switches? That's xenophobia. Gatorons went with Gatoron Reds, but we'll probably put something else in. That is the beauty of Hotswap. If you don't like what's in it, just swap it out. I always tell people that, you know, no matter what board you buy, you need at least one Hotswap board in the layout that you prefer. So you can at least try out all of these new switches. And new switches come out like what? Every 2 weeks at this point? Like what? I think there was that Robin switch that came out on Mass Drop just the other day. Right. Last stabilizer to lube with 205 G0. Xenophobia prefers tactiles for gaming, but linears for typing. Ah. Alright. Let's see. not open. There it is. Open. There we go. Just gotta make sure you put the stem in the correct way. The side with the 2 openings should always face where the wire goes in. If you don't do it that way, you're in for a very bad time. So there we go. And there we go. Perfect. Access Tech says, what brush do you recommend for lubing switches? The thinnest brush you can find. Yeah, I usually just buy my brushes on like Amazon. And this one in particular is a 0/0. Or a 10/0, I mean. Alright. Jack Attack has followed. Thanks, man. Right. 1 stab down. So you may notice that I have done nothing to my spacebar right there. I've not lubed it at all. Reason being is that I have my suspicions that the ID80 does not have enough clearance for screw-in stabs, specifically on the spacebar. So I'm leaving it off for now. I might actually have to use the PCB mount one, but we will test clearance in a little bit. Your Durox screws with empty washers worked perfectly. Oh, really? Okay. Then maybe my suspicions are unfounded. If that's the case, I think I'll go ahead and lube it. Proceed with the lubing. It's been a while since I've built a Hotswap board. So hopefully I don't break any Hotswaps. That is quite common, unfortunately. Alright. Time to put away all this lube. Yo, let's screw these on. It's actually my first time. Actually, no. Yeah. This is my second time using C3 stabs for a build. The first one was on a budget 96. So hopefully I don't regret this. Hopefully I don't regret doing it this way. Oh look, it came with a little hex tool here. Let's use it. Actually no, these are not magnetic. I prefer using my iFixit tool. Another thing about C3 stabs is that there is no metal piece that allows you to screw the screw in. It's just plastic, similar to how the GMK ones are. So there's a chance that if you keep turning the screwdriver, you could strip it. So just be careful when you do this. It's not exactly the most secure, I'd say. Don't put washers in spacebar, says Yan. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Try. We shall try. To be fair, it doesn't look like I'm actually gonna short anything even if I don't put washers. So we really should be fine. We really should be fine without any washers anywhere. Oh, Xenophobia is typing from a KBD75. Nice. Swordfish says, why not? What are you responding to? The don't put the washers in, or what? What did you do? You did nothing. Best place to buy GMK through group buy, to be honest. Actually, when we get to the sponsor section, you will find some of my sponsors selling GMK sets, and if you tune into my Sunday stream, I actually go through all of the group buys ending and starting for the upcoming week. Alright, let's see. One thing I just noticed about this PCB that there are several mounting points right there. So you could technically put this in a tray mount board. Tray mount or a top mount, which allows you to put washers between these. Kind of similar to the KBD67 Hotswap. Alright, Yan, we are not gonna put any washers on this one. Alright, here we go. Last stab in. Okay, let's make sure, did we put in enough stabs? Backspace, enter, left shift, no other stab positions. Perfect. That is what I like to see. Alright, let's pull out this board. Let's pull out this board. As I said earlier, this is a integrated plate board, so this is going to be a little interesting to build. Let's see. Yep, those are, I think those are the same size as the screws. Yep, yes they are. And was that magnetic? Is that magnetic? It's not magnetic. That sucks. Non-magnetic screws, okay. That's fine. We will just deal with it. The linear is worth more than gold in the Swedish Discord server. Yeah, I bought enough linears for 2 boards. Did I know what boards they were at the time? No, I did not. You love your quickfire, but you'd like a heavier and better sound. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will necessarily sound better than a quickfire. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay, come out. Come out bottom plate. There we go. Will you look at that? So in addition to integrated plate, you can actually screw the PCB in. There we go. You can see that now. Not bad. This is the bottom plate right there. And look, there's like a little extra space here just to accommodate that space bar. That, all right. Let's see. I guess what we're gonna do is we are going to screw the PCB in first. And then we'll start putting switches on. Similar to how we did the is some of the mounting hardware that they added in. It's funny though. I think it's the gold screws that go in. This mounting system seems weird. Well, I guess they just had to do it this way to be absolutely sure. Okay, looks like it is not hex, but a Phillips head. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's one. There's two. Here's three. Oh yeah, I was seeing a conversation on Discord just the other day. People were complaining that when building keyboards, it requires such small screws. I highly recommend getting like a toolkit like this, because most boards will have all these small screws, and if you use the wrong tools, or if you use tools that like aren't small enough, you may encounter lots of build difficulties. Yeah, I know, right? They're not that small, to be honest, but I guess if it is your first time building, these are minuscule. Are magnetic tips a bad idea? No, they are not. They are a great idea. Oh wait, that is not an actual screw hole. Alright, any other screw holes that a screw could go into other than the one that doesn't actually have anything underneath it? I think we look good for now. Alright. Okay. Yeah, here's what that looks like. We will now proceed to put in all these linears. Cool. Anyone that hasn't done iPhone screen change doesn't know small screw. Yeah, I totally agree. Are the washers on the screws necessary or a safety precaution? They are a safety precaution. More often than not, people complaining about pressing a key and it triggering like an entire row or like an entire column, it's because something on the screw, like so, is bridging something. Man Bear Pig says, did they fix an EPBT issue? My tests were inconclusive. Maybe because I don't have enough EPBT sets. Who knows? Alright, here we go. These are linear switches. Basically, Gateron yellow copies. In their stock form, they are slightly smoother and slightly pingier than a regular Gateron yellow. Only reason why I bought this was because I wanted to pair it with GMK Nautilus. See, these are all south facing. Awesome. Perfect. Alright, here goes. If it's your first time building a Hotswap, one of the reasons that they fail is as you're inserting from the other side, you could potentially push this socket off. So the correct way to do this is you need to support all of these. This is going to be difficult on an integrated plate board. Usually you can have your desk support it, but the fact that it's elevated right now, I do need to somehow hold the back at the same time that I'm pushing in. So here we go. Okay. Yeah. That was a little bit weird. There we go. Did it go in? Yep, it went in. You thought that the Hotswap sockets were soldered. Yes, they are. Which is why if you're not careful, if you pop them off, the pads will go flying with them, and you cannot repair it unless you just bridge it into another switch. Would you recommend this ID80 over the KBD75? I don't know yet. Guess we'll see after this build, right? Let's make sure all my legs are straight. Yep. Let's put it in here. This one right there. Just hold the back, push in. Ooh. Okay. I'm really noticing that this is much harder to clip in. There we go. Let's put some anchor points in first before we put in all of the switches. You may have to put on keycaps on hold and order one of these bad boys. Be prepared for a very long wait time, because Yan and I ordered these back in February. They only came like last week. So if you're fine with a wait time that long, then yeah. The website says in stock. That's hilarious. Well, they are in stock. It's just shipping takes a long while. It'll be like a self-surprise. I guess if you put it that way, it'll be fine. There we go. Any TKL group ice you have your eye on? No, I do not, because I am not a fan of TKLs. But I do know that a few are coming up, like the Jaguar. The Jaguar, which is a Singa TKL. Unicorn says hello. Hello to you too. Imagine Drop should have a few extras as a lot of people canceled their orders. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here. So what I'm making sure is that the legs of the switch actually make contact with the Hotswap socket. What is that black keyboard there? That black keyboard is the KBD Fans KBD8X Mark II, Cerakoted locally. And it is actually not my board. It is a customer's board. You guys can see the build on Twitch, or on YouTube actually. Whew. That one's loose. Nice Cerakote, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? So the customer was not gonna originally Cerakote it, but it came in such bad condition. There were like scratches, dents, nicks all over, and his only solution was to actually Cerakote it. Keep in mind, he spent $300 on this board only to have it come beat up. I don't think that's cool at all. He had to spend an additional $160 just to get it looking acceptable. Yeah, I know, right? Oof, indeed. But that seems to be the norm when you purchase from like KBD fans. You can't really expect a fully 100% A stock experience. Oh, the scratches will make it look like scrapes and cuts. Yeah, I will let you be the judge on that, you know. How common were those defects? Quite common. Quite common to the point that the designer of the board, ID80, was very upset. So yeah, just buy with caution. And it's not just with the KBD8X. It's pretty common on all of their boards. You finally got this as Teal Rise. Yeah, I know, right? Took a long time, but it's finally here. Was this bought from Drop or straight from IDOBAO? Straight from AliExpress, actually. It's funny, while waiting for it to be delivered, the Drop group buy started, and I started feeling like, maybe I should just do the Drop one. But, you know, I still got it faster than Drop, even though I waited 3 months. Oh, I remember this. Didn't they make a big forehead version or something? I guess. To be honest, I didn't really follow too closely on it. My original intent with purchasing this board was to pick up something that I could use at work. He dropped KBD fans because of Bella. They just took his design and ran with it. Yeah. That's a very unfortunate thing. Like, I don't understand why KBD fans would do that. Like, IO3 is a gift to this community. Right, going on its bad side kinda, you know, kinda ruins that relationship. No, that switch won't clip in. There we go. Waiting on Vega though looks awesome. Yeah. I'm beginning to like realize that I like boards that have a seamless design, which is one reason why I picked this ID80. I think I've got enough switches in that I don't have to worry about the PCB bending too much. How long will the ID80 be out? I have no clue. It's like a bucket Novelkeys case. Okay, so before I continue, I'm actually going to test the board right now to make sure all of my keys went in correctly. Here we go. Let's plug it in. Alright, let Ace pull out QMK configurator. Oh wait, this guy's not plugged in, that's why he's not working. Aaron Battery says, just stopping by to say thanks for the awesome QMK tutorials. Thank you, man. Always appreciate it when someone drops by just to say thanks. Not too many people do that. Here we go, let's see. Yay, that one works, that one works. Not bad. I did a good job in putting all those keys in. Perfect. So you got a couple followers. The Theory, Swordfish, thanks guys. And XX Almighty Loaf. No VIA compat. That is not true. It is in VIA. I tested it on Thursday. It is definitely in VIA. What stabs are those? These are the C3 round 2s. Time to waste some money. Always, right? What's the cost of one of these? So the ID80 on its own before stabilizers, switches, and keycaps is roughly like 110, 120 bucks. and then plus shipping. Anno actually looks legit, I know, right? It surprised me. Going from a $300 KBD 8X and seeing all of the imperfections and scratches to seeing a $120 board like this and seeing not even a scratch. I'm like, What switch? These are Gateron Linears, as you can see in the stream title. Alright, this one, I think I bent the leg, so we are going to skip him and go with this for now. Steal of a deal. Yeah, if you like 75%, this might be the board. They raised the price, of course they did. Of course they did. Is AliExpress the best place to grab this? My experience was that it took 3 to 4 months, so if that is acceptable to you, then sure. Why not? Ali shipping or FedEx sort of deal. I don't actually know what they actually I do. I think they use ePacket for like the free shipping. I would highly recommend upgrading. Go. Gotta straighten out the leg. Make sure everything is straight when you're putting it into a Hotswap board. Are you planning on adding any foam or liner? Of course. I put foam into all of my boards. However, unfortunately, I ran out of foam today. And I ran to the grocery store too just to pick this up, and I forgot to pick up foam. So we'll see what we do today. This is my personal ID80? Yes, it is. This is my personal ID80. Every now and then I just gotta build boards for myself, not just for customers all the time. Put some paper towels in it. That could work. Let's give myself a little more room. Go. Just cut up my dust mat. What's the Anno quality? Better than the KBD 8X Mark II. Surprisingly. What key set is going on this? I think I might put GMK Hamon on it actually, since I just got it. Hello, says Zeus Cables. Hello to you too. Rip Nautilus. No, Nautilus is on my TGR Jane. So what I'm doing here right now is I'm actually supporting it with my middle finger every time I put a new switch in, and so far it seems to be working. Why are there so many bent switches? That's just how it is. When you keep switches in a bag, it is inevitable that some legs will be bent. Got the same board waiting on it right now. Is it any good? I don't know yet. I guess I'll find out once I'm done, right? IKEA ships them folded just to save space, haha. I mean, does it feel good? I just haven't typed on it quite yet, Zeus Cable, so I really don't know. As you can see, I'm still in the middle of building it. What are those switches? These are Gateron linears. They are a Gateron yellow clone, but they are smoother, well, slightly smoother, and the spring is also noisier. Does the metal feel good? Does the metal feel good? I guess it feels like any other kind of metal. Well, I think that's the joke, Blade Ryu. That's good. Maybe he means how's the finish? The finish is better than most KBD fans boards that I've seen. Which is surprising because this is also cheaper than a lot of KBD fans boards. So, you know, yay for them. Yay for them for having good quality. Well, quote unquote good quality, because this is a budget board, guys. This is not a high-end custom. Do you have a custom cable? Yes, I do. I'm using one right now on the KBD 8X. See, Zeus Cable says, that's the answer I was looking for. Ah. Zeus, I apologize. I did not understand any of your questions. Ottoman says, do you have to take off the back and do what you're doing now each time you want to swap switches? I would say yes, so that you don't pop off any of the hot swaps. This is one of the drawbacks of using Kale hot swaps. They are surface mounted, so with enough pressure, you can pop them off. So I like to support the back and do it. Will this prevent poppage? No, it will not. Like, for sure, if you do it enough times, you will inevitably damage one. So whenever someone buys like a hot swap board, people think that they don't need to solder. I think hot swap boards only save you from desoldering, because if you mess up, if you pop off those sockets, which you eventually will, you will need to solder anyway. Did you get the board from Drop or their main site? I got it from AliExpress. This was before it even showed up on Drop. Are Mil-Max sockets better? Absolutely. Mil-Max sockets, in my opinion, are the superior hot swap method. The superior hot swap is having multiple soldered PCBs and swapping those. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Just having the same PCB, like the same keyboard, but with all the switches. You solder hot swap if they fall off. But if we're talking about those Mil-Max sockets, then yes, you will need to solder them first. And not all PCBs have the holes large enough for them. Is it possible to convert Kale hot swap sockets to ones using Mil-Max? No, it is not. Because the contact point between the Kale hot swap and the Mil-Max one is completely different. The Cuber says, I think they're getting too large. Plate looks like somebody scratched the hell out of it. Luckily, it's not something visible. Totally agree. Totally agree. People have to remember that when you buy from KBD fans, you're not necessarily buying like a high quality premium board, but you are still buying a custom board. Similar to what I'm doing right now. This is a custom board, but it is not a premium board. Alright, almost done, guys. I think after this, all I've got is my function bro. but this is probably more tedious than like other hot swaps. It's not easy to like support the back. Saba's just got a poly leaf 60. Swordfish just did 250. Thanks, man. Thank you for your bits. What switches am I using? I'm using Gateron Linears, which is basically a Gateron yellow copy, but slightly smoother and slightly pingier. Wish more keyboards were done in white and yellow. Me too, actually. I like yellow a lot. Let's see. Tofu yellow case is never in stock. Yeah, good luck, man. I don't think that will ever come back, to be honest. Oh man, the top row is harder to push in. Let me try pushing it from the back here. Push in. There we go. Push in. Hey guys, anyone know if the GAT inks still have the leaf issue? Sometimes they do, apparently. That needs to be pushed in a little bit more. Alright guys, looks like I have just enough to make this happen. So if any of these switches are broken, I'm gonna have to lube another switch. Where did you buy the ID80 from? I bought it from AliExpress. Way before the drop stuff even opened up. Alright, let me, need to push more of those in. Whew. Guess not going in. There we go. Alright, let's test it out. Let's test it out to see if any of the switches have bent legs or not. Tried my very best to make sure they did not, so hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Let's see. Let's reset that. Here we go. Reset. Uh-oh. That guy's not happy. Woohoo! Okay, everything but that F13 key. Let's see what it's actually programmed as. Just gonna check on VIA really quick. There we go. It is programmed as a... Yes, that is indeed the layer key. Awesome, okay. Looks like my camera's not happy right now. What's going on? Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Okay. Perfect. That's good. We shall now put some foam in it. But yeah, even like this is still super light. Holy cow. Okay, looks like I can put lots of foam on the top there. Let's see, do I have any excess foam lying around? I do actually. There we go. See, I might have to cut that bottom part off. That's what I'll do. Let me grab some scissors. Go. So. Just finding like foam scraps around here. Foam scraps. Another one right there. All right, we are going to grab. Yeah, Kangpa, I completely forgot that I ran out of foam. I ran to the store to grab this, and I was like, I think I'm forgetting something. And nope, completely forgot. What sort of foam is the best? Thick foam. Really, any thick foam will do. Let's see, how much clearance do we have? I'm even gonna do this. This is what the PCB originally came with. We're gonna stuff it in. There we go. Okay, that may be a little tight. Okay, we'll try it out. We will try it out. This is upcycling. Told you paper towels would be useful. This is actually the protective covering that the PCB came in before I put it into its ESD sleeve. There we go. All right. Okay, here goes. That seems to be a little too thick. And maybe I actually don't need this one. There we go, that seems to fit better. going on there? Oh, maybe that clearance issue I was talking about. Let's take out another layer of foam. Hopefully that will do. Something is getting in the way at the bottom there. I think it's actually that screw. Not sure if you guys can see that. See? It's elevated over here. And then when I push it down, the top goes up. So there's something keeping this side up. I'm willing to bet it's one of these screws right here. And I think I see why. It's funny because the stab screws are actually lower than the RGB underglow. It's actually even lower than the Hotswap. They opted to make it plate mount later. That is very unfortunate. That sucks. That absolutely sucks. Lower but closer to the PCB edge. What's the difference between the plate versus non-plate mount version? I think you may be seeing that right now. Alright, see, so even with all the foam out, it's the foam, guys, because that seems to fit. It's the foam. Hold on. Let's just stick one layer of foam. Okay, it is most definitely the foam. Let's do more. Arts and craft. Maybe just have to squeeze it, right? Here, let's just do it with the two smaller ones on top, actually. Let's see what happens there. Let's do that. Just those two. There we go. There we go, okay. Okay. Let's try it, let's try it. Oh, I forgot, these are not magnetic. Crap. So you have to hold them in. Yeah, sorbethane is definitely the best, but I'd say in terms of actual performance, you may not be able to see the difference in it. I just use grocery store foam. see, can I hear it shaking inside? No, that is indeed tight right there. All right. There you go, guys. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that foam is not shaking around inside either. Very cool. All right. You know of any good Hotswap budget builds? Probably anything from like KBD fans. So here we go. Let's actually put the feet on first. Let's put the feet on. Does foam diminish the flex of the board? It can. Absolutely can. Do you weigh before you put the switches in? If so, what was the weight? About 2 freedom units. Yeah, 2 pounds is what he means. There we go. Nice. Very cool. So this is an XD84 tray mount case. In terms of how they feel, they actually feel about the same weight. That's how light this is. Remember, this is not built at all. Super light board. So as some of you know, I recently won GMK Hamon out of the Mech Madness giveaway this past March. So yeah, it even came with a Rama cap and all that. So we'll be putting this keycap on this board. Hopefully the red and the gray look good. We'll see. We shall see. I'm excited to see how this types. But before we do that, oh, I think my fire alarm just beeped at me. Maybe it's out of battery. Alright, okay, but before we do that, I do want to take this moment to talk about some of the lovely people who make this stream happen. Let's see, let me pull that up. In addition to all of my lovely followers and subscribers, I do have sponsors as well. Let's go talk about them really quick. My first sponsor is Novelkeys. There we go, Novelkeys. Novelkeys is a keyboard store located in West Virginia. They've been around for quite some time. Recently sold the NK65. In terms of, let's see, what's going on with them. They have a few group buys. There we go. They are, I don't think they've actually announced what's going on right now. Let's see, let me look at my notes really quick. Yeah, I don't think they actually have a group buy running quite yet. Oh boy. Oh yeah, GMK Boneyard actually ends today, if I remember correctly. No wait, that's also already ended. Okay, never mind. never mind. Cam should also be done, but yet it's still showing up in their live. That's interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I guess they're not doing anything quite yet. But Novelkeys is famous for being a Switch seller, or at least that's how he first started out. You can buy quite a few Switches from him. Some of my favorites are actually, let's see, where were they? Black Inks. There we go, Black Inks. Also, a majority of them are sold out right now just because these disappear in like 10-15 minutes. But if you do want to buy any of his products, please use discount code WIZARD and it will give you 5% off all in-stock items. Does not apply to group buys or pre-orders, unfortunately. Only in-stock items. Alright guys, my next sponsor is Zeal PC up in Richmond, Canada. If you've never heard of Zeal PC before, they are credited for being the ones who came up with more tactile Cherry MX variants. Back then, Ergo Clears were the most tactile MX switches you could ever get. Zeal chose to upend that and go even more tactile. He's currently located in Richmond, Canada. All of his switches are really expensive, so I always recommend people just buying them through a group buy or through drop. However, if you do want switches right now, he is one of the fastest shippers in our community. Okay, so I am in Washington, just a few hours away from the border. Every time I've ordered from him, it's always arrived the next day. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So yeah, right now, if you follow him on Instagram, he is showcasing his 3-in-1 switch. Linear, tactile, and clicky. Really wonder how those will play out in actual usage. So yeah, let's see if he announces anything more about that. Right. My next sponsor is Dixie Mech. Dixie Mech is currently running a group buy for GMK Nuclear Data. If you've seen this before, it's because Nuclear Data first came out as an SA set from Signature Plastics. This time this is run by Heine of Heine Keyboards. Let's see, let's look at some of the cost of this set. $124 for the base kit, $45 for the novelties, $27 for the spacebar, and about $35 for cadet. Let's see, this group buy runs from July 2nd all the way till August 1st. We go. I was not a fan of the original SA set, so I don't think I'm a fan of the GMK set either. But the original vision was for like a vintage appeal. So if I had to choose between this and the SA set, I think I'd still lean more towards the SA set. Let's see, look at that. Look at that dust pad. It's just all green. Look at that. That kind of looks like one of those cutting mats. It's pretty weird. Alright, you guys have until August 2nd in order to pick this up, if green and orange are your thing. My next sponsor is Keebio. Keebio is a fellow QMK collaborator such as myself, Xenophobia, and Yan on stream. We all have our own parts within QMK. Keebio is run by Baking Pie, also known as Danny. Some of his more notable boards that I like to point out are the BDN9. In fact, I am building a BDN9 next week. Also, actually, he's the same customer who sent me this board. Just sent me a bunch of these boards. Yeah, the BDN9 is basically a macro pad with 2 rotary switches. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. Very cheap as well. For about $13 you can get the PCB and the plates. Of course, you will need to add a Pro Micro or an Elite C along with the actual rotary encoder itself. Look at all that. Unfortunately, it is out of stock. They were in stock last week, but Keebio tends to restock very quick. Also, if you're buying one of these, and you're gonna put the Pro Micro on, make sure you purchase peel away sockets. Peel away sockets will make your life so much easier. Just because whenever your Pro Micro dies, which it will, you can easily pry it off rather than desoldering it off. And yeah, if you buy anything from the site, make sure you use the discount code wizardhat. Wizardhat will give you up to 15% off depending on the item. Next sponsor is Project Keyboard. Project Keyboard is also located here in the United States. He is currently running a group buy for the Allen Gate. The Allen Gate is a keyboard designed by Mr. Keebs. Mr. Keebs is down in Brazil, and if you watch my Tuesday porting via port stream, I make great use of his KLE to QMK tool. So yeah, he's also a fellow streamer. Check out this board. Let's see, what's a good top-down view of it? Here we go, let's do this one. As you guys can see, it's a 40% with separated arrows and a small numpad. And check it out, you've got the spacebar split like this. What's not visible in this photo is that this split right here has indicator LEDs similar to the ones over here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Here we go, here's a top down, check it out. Super cute. You can pick this up for 350 bucks in black, blue, plum, rose gold, or polycarbonate. Let's see. Typing angle is 7 degrees, front is 19 millimeters. It is a top mount board, brass mid layer and acrylic diffuser added. And let's see, when is this scheduled to ship out? Okay, so it's ending on the 30th. Estimated ship date is Q1 of 2021. Janky Render says, which do you prefer, the key cult number 1 or the number 2? I prefer the number 1. Let's see. My next sponsor is Canon Keys. Canon Keys is also located here in the United States, and as you can see from his banner here, he is doing a July 4th restocks and extras. Of course, the time has already come and gone. In fact, if you were to click here to buy, he only has a few things left. See, Instant 60, that's still there. That's good. GMK Peaches is pretty much sold out except for space bars. Yep. It's all sold out. Yep, only space bars. Oh gosh. Let's see what else. Timo V2 accessories and extras. Looks like you can still purchase the PCB, but what good is the PCB on its own if you don't have the actual board, which is sold out? But yes, regardless, he does have a group buy running. He's currently doing SA Mizu. Check it out, guys. Mizu is one of my favorite sets. I actually have it in the Cherry profile through GMK. Unfortunately, I don't like SA as much, so I may have to skip out on this despite me really liking the colorway. Check it out. But here we go. Let's see. You have the base kit is 140 bucks. Homing is 7 bucks. Rama caps are about 43 bucks each. This one is running until August 1st, and delivery time is estimated to be February 2021. Let's see, his other group buy set is GMK bread. If you guys like bread. It's not bread, but bread, like the food that you eat. Base set's 135. Alternate alphas are 84. Extensions are 43. Novelties are 40. Look at that. It's cute. It's pretty cute. Rama cap is 56 bucks. Wow. It's interesting. And Valu Balu Clay Artisan. Interesting. 35 bucks. Let's see. This set is running also until August 1st, which I need to update on my Discord server actually. And estimated time of delivery is March of 2021. Very cool. Let's see, what other stuff is on Group Buy? Winter Hour dust mat, Canon Keys logo pattern mat, and USB cables. Interesting. Alright guys, thank you for letting me talk about my sponsors. Hope you go and visit their websites and purchase all their wonderful products. Alright guys, time to put a key set on this. Swordfish says, fun fact, this set is actually gluten-free. I would have to agree with that. Gluten-free. Alright, let us take apart this case. Let's see. Unboxing of GMK Hamon. This was a set run. When was this? Early 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Zambumon set. I actually bought novelties for these, which I can't seem to find at this point. Oh, I had it upside down apparently. Let's flip it around. There we go. Whew. All red. Check that out. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hopefully red works out with gray. We'll see. Come on, open up. There we go. All right. Let's do that. Xenophobia says GMK Striker should have been named Hapon. I actually recommended that, but he did not like that. See, red on gray. I guess it looks fine. Looks fine. Let's keep going. Are those the stabs that the ID80 ships with? No, not at all. The ones that the ID80 ships with is actually this guy right here. Unbranded PCB mount stabilizers. If I don't know where they're from, I don't like to use them, to be honest. I have blue-yellow switches and worried about red on gray. Well, the thing is, once you cover these switches, you can't really see them, especially since it's a high-profile board. And just like typing on this, I can already hear some reverb. You need these switches in your life. There is really nothing special about them other than the color. Just get Gateron yellows. Same thing, pretty much. Though I do have to say, they sound slightly different. It's not really like a milky top here, you know? Just like the blue and yellow color. You had no idea that the ID80 stabs are poop. What stab should I get instead? Pretty much Duroc, Everglides, C3 if you're not going to use anything PBT. Yeah, when you're building your board, make sure you know where your parts come from. Don't settle for anything that's just like, oh, these are a generic brand from some generic warehouse. GMK stabs are bad now. I would wager that even GMK stabs are better than no-name stabs. Where did you get the linears from? I joined a group buy about a year ago. See, I think it was a Keycap group buy, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, it was a group buy on Novelkeys, actually. It's probably 2 years ago now. Oh, really? You gotta grab some too. Good luck. They are very hard to find at this point. You might find some that have been desoldered. You ordered some Gat Yellows with milky top, black bottom. Anyone have experience with that combo? That is the best combo of Gateron Yellow that you can get. I'm already gonna say this board doesn't sound very good. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna need to change the battery on my fire alarm, or on my smoke detector actually. It's starting to beep at me. The ones on Amazon are actually listed as Zug gear. It's very true. How do I want these? I think I'm gonna do them. Should I do insert, delete, or page up, page down? I'll do page up, page down. That's my most common use case. And what am I gonna put here? I am going to put the Rama ones on. Rama novelty. Here we go. See, Brad Mold has followed. Thanks, man. So has Curtis Rainbows and Fight Marlboro. Go. That actually sounds better than a regular cap. That's funny. Okay. What goes there? Probably print screen. Make that a print screen right there. There we go. Hooray! Got the switch in. I think this legit is one of my faster streams. Let's see, we started at 2 o'clock. It's now 3:49, an hour and 49 minutes. Right. Check it out. Let's lower that light. Check it out, guys. It's GMK Hamon. Or Jamon, if you can't read Spanish. That looks good. It does look good, and it is still so hella light. Oh my word. This is my lightest 75%. Super light. Man, I wish I could do something about that sound. That doesn't sound all that great. Yep, I can hear it echoing. Okay, I'm gonna try and put more foam in because that's a little bit disconcerting. I just have to be careful how I put the foam in. Looks like if I put the foam past like the middle point, that's when it starts bulging. The case really needs a redesign, says Endeavor. You can try it. Integrated plate rows. I don't think that the integrated plate is that bad. I just think it's hella hollow. Right. Let's go add a little bit more foam in here. Come on. Okay. Foam, foam, foam. Let's add more foam. So this was too long. Maybe if I snip it a little bit. Snip it just a little bit more. Okay, let's do that. Let's make sure. Okay, good. That works out. That works out very good. I think it's once you get past that middle point, that's when it starts bulging. So you don't want it to bulge. Let's do that. Here we go. That should be fine. There we go. Okay. Let's type on it a bit. I think that helped a little bit, especially up here, but down here in the middle, you can still hear it. Okay, let's see if we can do something about that. If that doesn't fix it, try cotton balance. Yeah, it says that's what she said. Oh boy. Here, let's do this. All right. Alright, that bulge is too big. Yep, it's once it passes that center line, that's when the issues arise. I think that's the best I can do at this point. Alright. I am me, you are you says, how are you today? I'm doing great. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, happy 4th of July to everyone here who's in the United States. Add rubber O-rings by the screw holes. I don't think that is necessary. There we go. Let's compare that to the KBD8X. Oh my gosh, that's such a big difference in sound. Oh my word. Okay. Well, it is a budget board. Alright, it is a budget board. I'm not gonna assume that it's anything but that. Let's see, IME or you says, hey, what's your favorite colorway keycap set? For me, I'd say Nautilus and Mizu are like up there. And of course, my set. Alright, let's do an actual typing test here. GMK Merlin, of course. Of course yours, right? Here, say goodbye. KBD8X, you will sit on my lap for a while. There we go. Let's set this up. Here we go. Let's see, is Haman on this? No, it is not. Haman is not on typings.gg. So let's pick something else with the red, such as burgundy. There we go. Sure, that should work. That should work. All right, let's pause the music. Pause in the music. All right. Oh my gosh. So guys, I went to like massage therapy yesterday for the first time in about, I'd say 6 or 7 months. And I did like a full body massage. And they got to my hand here, right? Apparently I have a huge knot on my left right there. I was like, what the freak? Where did that come from? Holy cow. And then there was like a small knot here too. I totally did not know that you could get knots in your hands. Pretty crazy. But it's like right in there. In those 2 points. I was like, oh, I can't even feel that. All right, here goes. Here goes. Let me lower my mic. Can any QMK board be converted to VIA? Most boards can. Here we go. 136, 88% accuracy. I don't like how it sounds. Really don't like how this board sounds. Sounds pretty loud, I know, right? You should listen to that. I think this key sounds the best because it's like the Rama cap. See, if the whole board sounded like that, I would be happy. See that? See, like, compare that to the next one here. Here, let's try again. Is the PCB still screwed in? Yes, it is. Oh, I screwed up already. $145, 94%. How about the other edge keys? Do they sound better? They do, actually. Would be interesting to see if unscrewed PCB changes the sound. It probably would, but I would be very concerned about breaking the PCB. Maybe if there was like an E7 V1 that's soldered that I could find, I could swap out the PCB and have a soldered board. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, but I think this might be one of the worst sounding boards I've ever built, to be honest. Any tips on how to type faster, says Harris? Just keep practicing. Let's see. When I was in college, I was typing at around 60 to 70 words per minute. When I was working professionally, that didn't change very much, but it's when I got into this hobby that I went over 100, you know? Get into lots of arguments on Discord, and your typing speed will increase phenomenally. There we go. That's how you increase WPM. $157, 97% accuracy. There we go. Yeah, it's yeah, I really don't like the sound. If I can get some silent alpacas, I might change it up. We'll see. We'll see. Oh my word. Why? Needs some foam. That's the thing. I wish I could put more foam in it, but once it go past that center point, then the plate on the back doesn't actually fit in anymore. See that? Like, I don't want it to bulge right there. I don't know, maybe, hey Yan, maybe if you could design me a plate that's like, that makes it sit higher. So something that's like 4 millimeters thick or so, that it would still screw in this point, but it would lift the board higher. And do it out of like PLA or so. That would be pretty cool. Or maybe just make it all brass. There There's module foam on KVD. Yeah, maybe if I had put plate foam on, it would have been better. Who knows? But yeah, this is just... Yeah, I am not happy with the sound. Here, let's pick up another board that also has 62G linears. Alright, another 75%, but with alpacas. Oh my word, that sounds so bad. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's grab another board that is linear, that has a linear switch. Sounds like a tofu without a foam. Here. This is my other board that has linear switches. This is my TGR Jane. Same switches. It's so terrible. Oh my gosh. So I have lubed both switches about the same. What Keycap said is the blue one. This is the GMK Nautilus. Is this that $200 drop board? Yes, it is. Oh my word. Yeah, I might in a future build stream just convert this into a silenced board, just because I do plan on using this at work, and at this rate, this is not going to sound very good at work. A bit too loud too. But yeah, I will try silent switches next, and maybe move these over to maybe my NK65 or my KBD67. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, oof. Did not expect it to sound this bad, to be honest. Swordfish says, I swear it's gotta be those PCB standoff posts. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. So you're saying maybe put on a O-ring from the back, right? We could try that theory. Let's see. Right now it's 4:08. We are 2 hours in. I think I still have some O-rings sitting around. Let me search around. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let me set up my music again while I do my search. I think I still have O-rings. Nothing for sure yet. My suggestion is YOLO and lose the screws. I would if I wasn't so concerned about finding another PCB. Let's see. So many stabs here. Your hat is sexy, thanks man. That's how I get the ladies at the keyboard meetups. Yeah, I don't think I have any extra O-rings. All of them went into my satisfaction. Let's see, I have another place to look. Let me look at my other toolbox. Let me look around. This man, I am me or you says. This man, I've been to meetups with him, it's mostly dudes. Shh, dude. Don't blow my cover, man. My wife just yelled from the other room. She's like, what? Yep, I've got no more O-rings. Pokeballer says, I think the ladies will instantly fall for the magical charm. Aww. Yeah, I think I'm all out of O-rings, and I will not dismantle my satisfaction just to get O-rings. Yep. Let's see. Anywhere else I could have O-rings? Let me look. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yep, no more O-rings, but I will definitely look into trying that. Because that actually might be a good idea. But it's not the PCB that's vibrating. It's... Actually, I don't know. I have no clue. So it's not like the O-rings that go into your keycaps. It's the little O-rings that go for like the burger mount. Wait, now one more place to look. Hold on. Yeah, no. No more O-rings. Where's the desk mat from? The desk mat is from Keycap back in 2015. Right now you can get a similar desk mat from FlashQuart in New York City. Let's see. Let me actually link that to you. Oh wait, it's not plugged in. That's why it's not typing. Second day in a row seeing this keycap set. There we go. See Harris, here we go. So not exactly the same desk mat, but very similar ones. Currently only the, here, let me show it off. Currently only red and purple, green, yellow on black. You know, not really the prettiest of colors in my opinion. But it's about the same. Problem is silent inks are so expensive. I agree. Might as well just do silent Gatorons. I think those are actually in stock at Novelkeys, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Switches. Switches. Gatoron silent switches. Gatoron silent yellow. Yep. Silent yellows are in stock at $3.80 for a pack of 10. Very cool. And you can get that cheaper by doing discount code wizard just to get 5% off. Let's see, yellows are in stock. Clears are out of stock. Reds. Blacks are also out of stock. And also rounds. Okay. Silent Gatorons are in stock for a reason. Of course. Yeah, we will see. We'll see what I do next with this. I'm definitely not too happy with this build. It's funny, I have been happier with my customer builds than I have been with my own builds. Who knows? Let's see. DB Chan says, I threw novelty creams in my KBD67 with brass, but they sound super scratchy, nowhere near a tone I want. Any tips to get a better sound with these? I would say to lube them. Lube them or give them about like a week or two of breaking in. Now overall, like, I think this board looks great, and the typing angle is actually very comfortable for me. It's super comfortable, but the issue is just the sound. Like, I can probably get used to it, but ugh. It is so light. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can. Let me grab a scale really quick so you guys can see how light this is. There we go, basic kitchen scale. Basic kitchen scale here. Just turn it on. Turn it on. See, basic kitchen scale. Puts it at roughly... Oh wait, that is not the right unit. There we go. Keep in mind the board, oops. Let's make sure it's set properly. How long should I use the creams before they are broken in? I'd say 1 to 2 weeks. There we go. 2 pounds, 8 ounces. The board without the PCB or the switches or the keycaps is around 2 pounds. Right, it's 2 pounds, 8 ounces. And here is a can of mead, which I've been drinking like the other night. A can of mead. Okay, I thought they were going to be similar, but this is 13 ounces. So basically 2 of these, 2 cans of beer, quote unquote. It's about equal to this. Yeah, very light board. Let's see, where was that XD84 that I used earlier? Actually, let's do this. Let us do... NK65, fully built NK65. A fully built NK65 clocks in at 2 pounds 15 ounces, almost 3 pounds. That is heavier than the ID80. As I was saying earlier, XD84 just the tray mount case on its own. 1 pound, 15 ounces. Okay. Let's see. Here's just another board that I have. This is a Sirius 60%. Okay. So the Sirius 60 is still lighter than the ID80. Let's see. Void 2258 says, I heard you were selling the board that was going to be OWEC ring. I'm assuming you're meaning O-ringing? Or working on? Oh, working on in a bit. If drop ever delivers. Yeah, okay, so the Sirius is still lighter than it. That's good. Yeah, that's about 2 pounds and like 8 ounces. Let's see, what other boards can I compare it to? Here we go, last one here. This is a Clue board. Clue board's latest low profile. Check it out. The Clue board is 2 pounds and 5 ounces. Just a teeny bit lighter than the ID80. See, Void says, I heard you were fighting the hollow sound I'm hearing about. Indeed. Something I really don't like about this board. Do you have any tofu? I do have a tofu. Let me grab the tofu. I actually don't know where my tofu is at the moment, but we will get something similar here. Also a typical 60% tray mount. A wooden case, 60%. Okay, that's still lighter. That's 1 pound and 10 ounces. Yeah, this one sounds better than it too. Man. Let's keep this on there. Say, where did I put my tofu? Alright, I remembered where. I found the tofu. I found the tofu. And yes, this tofu sounds better. Here we go, this is the tofu board with JTK Angel. It is 2 pounds and 8 ounces. It is the same weight as the ID80. Holy crap. Alright, this board is the same weight as the ID80. And it also sounds better than the ID80. Here, let's put them side by side. Red and pink. Wow. Yeah, that is such a big difference in sound. Someone on the manufacturer Discord says a foam dampening tutorial that uses the packaging foam that you can try. That tofu spacebar is much better. Absolutely. My audio is delayed? Maybe. That's a premium tofu. This is actually my reference board. My reference board with Gateron yellows and all that. Yeah, I think I am going to conclude this stream saying that the ID80 is probably one of the worst sounding boards I've tried, or that I have built, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that is the case with this board. And that leaves me in a quandary because I was really hoping to use this for work whenever I can actually go back to work. With it sounding like this, I may have to invest in better dampening or a different board. Oh boy. Okay. If only all the keys sounded like this, then I would be happy, but nope. Listen to that spacebar, guys. Oh my god. Ah, I don't like it. Alright, I will have to rebuild this board at some later time, and I will be following some people's suggestions here by putting in O-rings to see how the PCB connects to the plate, and also trying silent switches. But yeah, oh my word. You know, maybe I'll give it a few days, and if not, I will just take it apart again. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining the stream. Looks like I have 95 viewers right now. Thank you everyone for supporting me, all my followers, all my subscribers. Thanks guys. My next stream will be tomorrow evening, in which I will be covering all group buys ending and starting for the upcoming 7-day time period. So if that's the kind of news that you guys like, definitely hit me up at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Alright folks, if you're here in the United States, have a great 4th of July, and I will see you on Sunday. Goodbye guys.